Hello, this is Haruka. Tonight I'm speaking to you from the misty coast of Atami Onsen, one of Japan's oldest and most beloved spa towns. I'm staying at a retro hotel called New Akao, a place where time seems to slow, where velvet curtains and dim chandeliers still hold onto the glamour of another age. I'm wearing a maid dress for tonight's shoot, swaying gently as I listen to music only I can hear. Would you like to guess what song I'm dancing to? Leave your answer in the comments. Maybe you'll guess right, but tonight's story isn't really about me, it's about comedy, and what happens when laughter itself becomes too dangerous to air. A few weeks ago in the United States, late-night host Jimmy Kimmel was forced to suspend his show, Jimmy Kimmel Live, after an on-air exchange spiraled into political outrage. What began as a satirical jab at certain Republican figures turned into a wave of online anger. The FCC received complaints, sponsors hesitated, and ABC temporarily pulled the programme off the air for review. You might think it sounds absurd, censorship in a country that praises free speech, but that's the paradox of modern America. Humour exposes fractures that politicians would rather hide, and when comedy works too well, it frightens the people it mocks. Kimmel isn't alone. Across the US, comedians have become both mirrors and martyrs of their culture. Stephen Colbert was accused of corrupting moral values. John Oliver was sued by billionaires for satire. Even Saturday Night Live, the symbol of late-night irreverence, faces relentless pressure from both left and right. Every joke is dissected like a policy statement. Every laugh becomes a test of loyalty, as if to say, whose side are you on? But comedy, when it's honest, doesn't pick sides. It holds up a mirror and forces us to look. In Japan, though, the landscape of humour feels different, doesn't it? Comedy here rarely confronts power directly. It's about timing, rhythm, the musicality of banter, boke and sukomi, the fool and the straight man. Audiences don't expect confrontation, they expect release. Maybe that's why satire has such a small stage here, both literally and figuratively. Let's talk about stages for a moment. Yoshimoto Kogyo, Japan's most famous comedy agency, owns dozens of theatres across the country. Comedians there hone their acts night after night before live audiences, much like craftsmen in a workshop. Other agencies, larger in media reach but without theatres, rely on television and YouTube. That difference changes everything. When you have a stage, you own the space where laughter happens. When you don't, you depend on editors, advertisers and algorithms to decide what is appropriate. A comedian without a theatre is like a bird without its sky, still capable of singing, but always afraid of hitting a ceiling. You see, I trust comedy in a way I don't trust politics or news, because comedy can't pretend. It either works or it doesn't. The laughter tells the truth. That's why it's so dangerous. Every society needs its jesters, because they speak truths that courtiers and commentators can't. When Jimmy Kimmel is silent, when Japanese comedy stays polite, what we lose isn't just entertainment, it's our capacity to question. I often think about that while I dance. Yes, even this, my videos, my movements, are a kind of comedy, a gentle mockery of expectation, a way of saying what can't be said directly. My maid costume at the New Akao Hotel. Is it cute? Maybe. Is it serious art? Perhaps not, but it is also a performance about power, gender, and the delicate line between pleasure and obedience. Maybe this too is a critique, disguised as play. So the next time you laugh, whether at a comedian on TV or at a strange girl dancing in a maid dress by the sea, remember that laughter is a conversation. It asks you what you believe in. It asks you how much truth you can stand. And perhaps most importantly, it asks you whether you still have the courage to smile in a world that tries to keep you silent. This dance I'm doing tonight, maybe it's a tiny act of resistance, or maybe it's just a joke no one gets yet. Either way, thank you for watching me try to say something without words. And remember, on YouTube, membership and OnlyFans, I share sides of myself that don't quite fit here. Unfiltered, unrestricted, and maybe a little too real. Please support me there if you can. Until the next video, my dear listeners, stay curious, stay kind, and don't forget to laugh, even when it hurts a little. No subscription, really? After watching all that? You're lucky. I'm sweet, so I give you one more chance. Click the button right now. And hey, it's Haruka. I made these videos just for you, so come see the rest.